And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here to the 2011 USCSA National Championships here in beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho on a gorgeous Friday afternoon from the Warm Springs base area and the Greyhawk Run, the site of your 2011 USCSA Women's Slalom National Championship. Hi, everybody. Boss Hogg alongside Nikki Holden, bringing you all of the coverage live here from the USCSA Radio Network broadcast booth. I'd like to welcome all of our listeners and viewers on the World Wide Web today at www.uscsa.com. We're glad you're joining us as the crowds begin to file into the finish corral area here at the base of the Greyhawk Trail. We are getting ready for second run coverage of the ladies slalom. Our first run, an incredible day of ski racing for the ladies, as it took every bit of physical conditioning and mental focus to navigate through what proved to be an extremely difficult race course here on Greyhawk. Joining me, next to me in the broadcast center, my friend and yours, Mr. Nikki Holden. Good afternoon, Nikki.
Good afternoon, boss. I'm ready for some second run action. A smaller field now, down to 80 competitors from the original 103, and this course looks like it's been adjusted to be a little less turny. Maybe after all the DNFs last run, the course workers looking to give these folks a little bit of a break, although there is a pretty nasty hairpin down here right at the bottom of the course.
Finishing first after the first round from Brown University, it's Kaya Mosenthal. She came in with a splinter time of 46.72, the fastest by 0.2 of a second. But right behind her in the second position from Sierra Nevada, it's Maddie Firk. In the third spot, Emma Peck-Coffin, skiing out of Smith College. She's followed in fourth by Emma Beatty from the University of British Columbia. And rounding out the top five from the first run, from Colby Sawyer College, check that, Rocky Mountain College, it is Issa Floden. Remember, we take the top 30 from the first run, we reverse their order, and that's how they'll come down here in the second run of the Ladies Slalom National Championship. Glad you're with us. Sit back and relax. Some exciting ski racing action for you here from the USCSA Radio Network. We're currently watching our first three forerunners come down this course as they have shifted the course. It went almost straight down the hill during the first run earlier this morning. They have made a little bit of a change here in the line, although still coming down the middle of what is almost a bowl here on the Greyhawk Trail. Then it makes a steep left turn, and the last 8 gates here to the finish line where they will be testing their conditioning. The legs are on fire at this time, and we'll see who's got what it takes to win a national championship this year. Today's USCSA broadcast coverage is being brought to you by Patagonia. Their mission, build the best product, cause no unnecessary harm, and use business to inspire and implement solutions to the environmental crisis. Check them out at www.patagonia.com. And by Reliable Racing. Whether it's winter sports, hill and event supply, sports timing, or field and recreation, Reliable Racing is your one-stop solution. Reliable Racing, proud supporter of the USCSA. Today's slalom coverage also brought to you by Hurricane Racing, the official uniform supplier of the USCSA and your #1 source for custom team ski wear. Visit them today at www.hurricaneracing.com. And by Twitchell Sportswear. Whether it's t-shirts for the family reunion, merchandise for a major event, or polos for a corporate gathering, Twitchell Sportswear has you covered from design to delivery. Since 1992, it's Twitchell Sportswear, the leader in custom embroidery, screen printing, and graphic design. Just minutes away, ladies and gentlemen, from the second run of the 2011 USCSA Women's Slalom Championships. An incredible course, 182 meters of vertical down what proved to be an extremely difficult racetrack here in the first run. Kaya Mosenthal from Brown University, she's the one to beat. Coming across the stripe in the first round with the fastest time. There are a few ladies right behind her that want some of that first place action, no doubt.
Absolutely, boss. And we're also looking at the overall standings as well. Kia Mosenthal and Maddie Firk definitely both in the running, with Maddie Firk placing 5th in the giant slalom event back on Tuesday. Kia was down in 12th place. That was on the giant slalom course back on Tuesday. Of course, in 3rd place today, right now, is Emma Peck-Coffin. She was the individual qualifier from Eastern Regionals.
Emma Peck-Coffin skiing out for Smith College.
In 4th place was Emma Beatry. She's a sophomore out of the University of British Columbia. Her home mountain was Whistler. She's a major in I don't even know how to say that, boss.
That's kinesiology.
Kinesiology? What does that even mean, boss?
I
That's
have absolutely no idea. I have absolutely no idea.
I'm sure she'll do great with it. Anyway, she won regional slalom, so we'll see how she does here at the national slalom. Certainly has a great shot as she's in 4th place right now. Then we've got Isa Floden, the junior out of Rocky Mountain College, originally from Sweden. She's a major in exercise science.
And it looks like we are underway here, the second round of 2. We'll add the times from the first run to the second run. That will determine our national champion here from Sun Valley, Idaho. On course now from the University of Nevada in Reno, it's Nicole Polshuk. She qualified 30th after the first run with a time of 54.21. She's wearing bib number 43. As she makes her way into the lower third, she is skiing well. It's anybody's championship here this afternoon, Nikki, as this race course can just get the best of all of our skiers. It'll be the person with the strongest legs and the most laser-type focus. That's going to be who wins your national championship here today in Sun Valley. Now across the stripe, in first place, it is Nicole Polshuk. One of the advantages of being the lead runner with a time of 46.87, so a little faster here on the second run. Total combined time of 141.08. That gives Nicole Polshuk at the top of the podium so far, but still the 29 fastest skiers to come. Now on course from Sierra Nevada, it's Stein Lund. Stein Lund now making her way out of the halfway point into the bottom third. Now Lund, letting the hips swing back and forth, trying to keep the upper body pointed straight down the hill, letting her legs do all the work. She's smooth. Now into the final gate. Here comes Stein Lund, and Lund across the finish line with a time of 49.74. Not good enough for first place. So Nicole Polshuk from University of Nevada, Reno, now at top. Stein Lund in second from Sierra Nevada, but Tori Anderson from Whitman College now on course. Tori Anderson coming out of the top section, skiing well. Here she comes into the middle, and to the transition to the straight line, down to the lower third. It's Tori Anderson from Whitman College. Stein Lund and Nicole Polshuk already down. We're waiting for Allison Hubbard from the University of Massachusetts at Amherst. Meanwhile, Tori Anderson from Whitman College, qualifying 28th after the first run, and she's into the final 10 gates. Here comes Tori Anderson from Whitman College. Will it be enough to take over first place? She crosses the stripe, and Tori Anderson, with a time of 50.13 in the second run, combined to 144.05, puts her in third. So we have a podium, ladies and gentlemen. Nicole Polshuk atop from University of Nevada at Reno. Stein Lund from Sierra Nevada in second. Now Tori Anderson from Whitman College in third, but Allison Hubbard from the University of Massachusetts at Amherst is on course. She'll be followed by St. Olaf's Jeanette Seski. Here comes Allison Hubbard from UMass Amherst. Fast and furious ski racing action here for the ladies in the second run of 2. We are just 15 minutes away from crowning a national champion here at the 2011 USCSA National Championships, live from Sun Valley, Idaho. Into the final 8 gates comes Allison Hubbard from UMass Amherst. Hubbard now across the stripe, and Allison Hubbard moves into second place with a combined score of 142.73. So now it's Nicole Polshuk in the lead. Allison Hubbard in second. Stein Lund in third. But Jeanette Seski from St. Olaf now drops in out of the start gate. In the top of the course, very technical, very challenging, very steep. Here comes Jeanette Seski. St. Olaf College's Jeanette Seski on course into the middle section. We'll see Maggie Flynn from Colby Sawyer College coming up next. She awaits her second run. It's anybody's ball game here this afternoon in Sun Valley. Now Jeanette Seski from St. Olaf into the lower third, and she's skiing well. trying to maintain her speed. You can't get behind on these gates. You have to scrub so much of the momentum. It'll take a clean run here in Sun Valley today to win a national championship. And now 3 gates to go for Seski. And across the finish line comes St. Olaf, Jeanette Seski. And it's good enough for 3rd place, a combined time of 1:42.93. So now it's Polshuk, Hubbard, and Seski atop your leaderboard. Still the 25 fastest skiers to come. And on course, it's Maggie Flynn from Colby Sawyer College. She'll be followed by Lori Tashler from St. Olaf. Now skiing wide at the top and getting back into the gates, it's Maggie Flynn from Colby Sawyer College. Flynn really letting the hips swing, trying to use the edges of the ski to maintain control, but not lose speed. It's Maggie Flynn. Lori Tashler waiting to drop in from St. Olaf. Flynn from Colby Sawyer qualifying 25th after the first run, now into the final flush and 6 gates. Oh, and she comes apart. 5 gates from the bottom. Maggie Flynn with a tough break. She got back on her skis. Now she's back on the course. That's going to take her out of podium contention. Still a good run for Maggie Flynn from Colby Sawyer College. Now it's Lori Tashler from St. Olaf.
Maggie Flynn from Colby Sawyer College. She came down the hill looking very solid. There's a straight section with not too much turns going on, and then you make that left-hand turn into that last flush, and it's very difficult, hard to see coming down the course. It's where inspection pays off, boss, and unfortunately, looks like Maggie didn't make it through that flush.
Now Lori Tashler from St. Olaf. On course, but we can't see her. It looks like she might have skied out very early, right up near the start shack. We can see most of the gates here from our broadcast vantage point at the bottom of the Greyhawk Trail in the Warm Springs area of Sun Valley. We don't have a clear shot of the start shack. Lori Tashler still showing in the scoring system on course. We'll have to get some more information. Northern Michigan University's Brittany Barber, she's coming up next. We'll also see Alexandra Gurris from Rocky Mountain College, Jazz Campbell from Whitman, College of Idaho's Nina Herner, the hometown girl, Katie Cutting, also from Boston College, coming up, along with Nicole Salzman, Kirsten Evers, and Emma Abramson. Remember, we take the times here from the second run. We add them to the first run. That will determine who your national champion is here today for the ladies slalom. Your leaderboard, Nicole Polshuk from the University of Nevada, Reno, atop. University of Mass Amherst's Allison Hubbard in second. And Jeanette Seski from St. Olaf in third. Stein Lund from Sierra Nevada in fourth. And rounding out your top 5 from Whitman College, it's Tori Anderson. So a hold on the course now as we wait for Lori Tashler from St. Olaf College. Of course, coming out of the first round, Kaya Mosenthal from Brown University. She's the one to beat. A speedy time of 46.72 in the first round. Just 2 tenths behind her, though, Maddie Firk from Sierra Nevada College at 47.11. And then a few bunched up right there in the 48 range. Emma Peck-Coffin in third place from Smith. Emma Beatty in fourth from the University of British Columbia. And fifth after the first run from Rocky Mountain College's Isa Floden. The sun now shining brightly here on the Greyhawk Trail. Conditions changing from the morning session to the afternoon session. Certainly a challenging course here on the Greyhawk Trail as we lost almost 30 competitors in the first run, only 80 now to start the second run. And if that's indicative, Nick Holden, of what we have to look forward to here in run number 2, it could be carnage up there on the Greyhawk Trail.
Absolutely, boss. Although this looks like a fairly straightforward course compared to last course, which was very turny in the top section. It looks like skiers not running into as many problems here, although we're seeing the best of the best right now in this flip at the national championship.
Back to live action now. St. Olaf's Lori Tashler on course, 6th in the first intermediate split gate. She'll have to make up time to get atop the podium, but she's skiing well. Here comes Lori Tashler from St. Olaf College. Past the halfway mark into the lower third, swinging the hips left and right, trying to use as much edge, but not scrubbing speed. Maintaining momentum is Lori Tashler from St. Olaf College. Into the final 5 gates and flush. Oh, she almost loses it, and she does. with 3 gates to go. Lori Tashler caught an edge on the 4th of the bottom gate, and she's out of it. She's skiing out of the course. No, she's going to hike. She's going to try to make it across the line. A tough break for Lori Tashler from St. Olaf. Had a great run going as she hikes up here 5 gates from the bottom to try to finish her second run of this 2011 National Championship. Now on course, it's Brittany Barber. Barber from Northern Michigan University. Here comes Barber. She was second after the intermediate split. She can take atop the podium if she skis clean in the bottom third. 9 gates to go. Here comes Brittany Barber. Brittany Barber now from Northern Michigan University. And Barber across the stripe with a time of 141.57. That's good enough for second place. So Nicole Polshuk from the University of Nevada in Reno still atop your leaderboard, followed by Northern Michigan's Brittany Barber and Allison Hubbard from UMass Amherst in third. But still the fastest racers to come in the start shack, waiting to drop in for her second run from Rocky Mountain College. It's Alexandra Gurris. Now a hold on the course. While our timers get reset, we'll see Alexandra Gurris coming down next.
Boss Lori Tashler of St. Olaf's with a great run until the 3rd or 4th from last gate. She just got a little bit tight on the gate and ended up straddling it. She hikes and finishes, but very unfortunate after what looks like an almost perfect run until the very end.
And now we're back to live action as Alexandra Gurris from Rocky Mountain College qualified 22nd after the first run. Now she's on course past the halfway mark. Into the lower third comes Gurris. She's getting late. It usually means the legs are getting tired, but she stays in. Alexandra Gurris from Rocky Mountain College, 9 gates to go for Gurris. Now into the final flush. Here comes Alexandra Gurris from Rocky Mountain College. 2 to go, and across the stripe is Gurris. And Gurris with a combined time of 141.88, good enough for third place. So it's Nicole Polshuk, Brittany Barber, Alexandra Gurris in your top 3 slots. They're followed by Allison Hubbard, Jeanette Seski, and Stein Lund. Now at the top, dropping in Jazz Campbell from Whitman College, qualified 21st with a time of 52.73. She's 6th after the first intermediate gate. Will she be able to make up the time as she gets into the center part? Very technical and very steep here on this Greyhawk Trail. It's Jazz Campbell from Whitman College. Into the lower third in the final 10 gates comes Jazz Campbell. Nina Herner, the local legend from College of Idaho. She's next. But here at the finish line, it's Jazz Campbell from Whitman College. And across the stripe is Jazz Campbell. Campbell good enough for third place, 141.63. The combined time for Jazz Campbell. So your leaderboard, Nicole Polshuk in first, Brittany Barber in second, and now Jazz Campbell in third. But Nina Herner wants to change things. The local girl from the College of Idaho. Here she comes through the center portion of the course. She qualified 20th with a time of 52.71. 7th at the first intermediate split. Nina Herner will have to make up some time in the bottom of the course to take over from Nicole Polshuk. Katie Cutting from Boston College in the start shack, ready to drop in, but now it's Nina Herner wearing bib 33 from the College of Idaho. 8 gates to go for Herner. Now she's in the final flush, letting the hips swing back and forth. She'll tuck and try to make the finish. Here's Nina Herner. Nina Herner across the stripe with a combined time of 143.05, good enough for 7th place. Now Katie Cutting dropping in from the top in the start shack. Full up with the fastest racers. Still the best 11 to come. Now it's Katie Cutting from Boston College. She moves out of the top third into the center. Katie Cutting trying to keep the momentum. You don't want to see snow coming off the skis. That means you're scrubbing the speed. Katie Cutting wants to take over from Nicole Polshuk. Meanwhile, Nicole Saltzman from Syracuse University. She's in the start gate, ready to start her second run. With 13 gates to go, here comes Katie Cutting from Boston College. Katie Cutting having a good run. A smooth finish. Katie Cutting into the final 3 gates. She gets loose, but she recovers and across the stripe. It's Katie Cutting, and she moves into the lead. Katie Cutting from Boston College, your new leader. So it's Katie Cutting, Nicole Polshuk, and Brittany Barber.
Katie Cutting with some very athletic moves right there at the very end of the course. Coming out of that flush, she got a little bit late, but swung the feet around those gates, allowing her to take the lead.
Here comes Nicole Salzman from Syracuse University on course past the halfway mark. Nicole Salzman, 7th at the first intermediate split. She'll need to pick up speed to make a podium. From Syracuse University, it's Nicole Salzman. She'll be followed by Kirsten Evers from the Dirty South and North Carolina State University. But now, with 12 gates to go, it's Nicole Salzman from Syracuse. Now she's into the final run, the final flush. Here comes Nicole Salzman. Syracuse's Nicole Salzman across the stripe. In a combined time of 1:41.88, it's good enough for 5th place. So an impressive second run. Check that, Nicole Salzman, yes, in 5th place. And we've had an update here, a lead change. Katie Cutting now in 1st place from Boston College. Nicole Polshuk from the University of Nevada, Reno in 2nd, and Brittany Barber in 3rd. Now coming down from the top, it's Kirsten Evers from North Carolina State University. She'll be followed by Sierra Nevada's Emma Abramson. Skiing well is Kirsten Evers from NC State. Cutting, Polshuk, and Barber atop the leaderboard.
Kirsten Evers getting a little bit late in that middle section, but she's recovering here and looking good through this bottom third of the course.
And now into the final 8 gates comes Kirsten Evers. Kirsten Evers, and she skis out. She has trouble with the final flush after a great run. Kirsten Evers is off course and out of the race. So tough luck for Kirsten Evers. Now it's Emma Abramson from Sierra Nevada College, dropping in from the top. Navigating the top 5 gates. It is steep at the top of this run. Then it levels out, but it becomes very, very technical with a couple of undergates there at the top of the course. It looks like Emma Abramson skiing well for Sierra Nevada College. Still the fastest racers to come. Abramson qualifying 16th after the first run. We'll still see the fastest 14 skiers from the top. Katie Cutting still leading this race, but Emma Abramson wants to change things. From Sierra Nevada College, here comes Emma Abramson. And she successfully navigates the flush into the final gate, and across the stripe is Emma Abramson. And Abramson with a combined time of 1:41.39, good enough for 3rd place. Hillary Weber now from Boston College. She's on course. She'll be followed by University of Nevada, Reno's Erica Horst. Hillary Weber qualifying 15th fastest in the first run with a time of 52.28. So Erica Horst now waiting at the top for her second run. We'll also see Hedvig Spangs, Katie Olstead, Kelly Burgard, Amanda Driver, Hillary Peterson, Mimi Palavara, Krista Consiglio, Danielle Shannon, Isa Floden, Emma Beatty, Emma Peck-Coffin, Maddie Firk, and the leader after the first run still left to come down, Kaya Mosenthal from Brown. Meanwhile, back to live action here. Hillary Weber from Boston College. Into the final gate and across a stripe comes Weber. And Weber with a combined score of 139.78, good enough for 2nd place. So it slides Polshuk down a spot. Katie Cutting from Boston College in 1st. Her teammate Hillary Weber in 2nd. And Nicole Polshuk from the University of Nevada, Reno in 3rd. Now it's Erica Horst. She drops into the top section of the course from the University of Nevada at Reno. Sierra Nevada's Hedvig Spangs is next. But now, Erica Horst from Nevada, qualifying 14th with a time of 51.33. She'll need to really fly through this course to move atop the leaderboard. Fast and furious action here from Sun Valley, Idaho. All part of our live second run coverage of the ladies' 2011 USCSA Slalom National Championship as Erica Horst from University of Nevada, Reno. Into the last gate and across the stripe comes Horst. Horst with a combined time of 1:40.57, good enough for 3rd place. It's still Katie Cutting from Boston College holding on to the lead. Her teammate Hillary Weber in 2nd, and now Erica Horst in the 3rd spot. But the fastest racers still to come as Hedvig Spangs from Sierra Nevada College on course. Now past the halfway mark comes Spangs. She'll be into the transition in the lower 3rd shortly. Spangs with a good run going. Really letting the skis do the work, trying to keep the body pointed forward. And downhill, here comes Hedvig Spangs from Sierra Nevada College. 12 gates to go for Spangs. Can she keep the momentum going. She's skiing fast into the final flush. Here is Hedvig Spangs from Sierra Nevada College. Will it be enough? Yes! Hedvig Spangs now taking the lead. She's in first place with a combined time of 138.40. So Spangs, Cutting, Weber, Horst, and Polshuk in your top 5. But the fastest still to go. Someone wants a national championship. Here comes Katie Olmstead from St. Olaf College. She qualified 12th after the first run with a time of 50.62. She'll be followed by Boston College's Kelly Burgard, who awaits her second run at the top. But now in the middle of the course, it's Katie Olmstead from St. Olaf. Olmstead skiing well. Here comes Katie Olmstead. Will it be enough to take over Hedvig Spangs from Sierra Nevada? St. Olaf College's Katie Olmstead into the final flush comes Olmstead. She's skiing fast. Here comes Olmstead across the stripe, and it's good enough for the lead. Katie Olmstead from St. Olaf College, your new leader here in Sun Valley. A combined time of 136.71. Fast and furious ski racing here this afternoon. These ladies trying to win a national championship. And now on course from Boston College, it's Kelly Burgard. Kelly Burgard qualifying 10th in the first round with a 50.54. Here's your leaderboard. In 5th, Erica Horst from Nevada Reno. Hillary Weber from Boston College in 4th. 3rd place belongs to Katie Cutting from Boston College. Hedvig Spangs from Sierra Nevada in 2nd. And your leader from St. Olaf, Katie Olmstead. But Kelly Burgard wants to change things. She's in the final 5 gates. And here comes across the line Kelly Burgard. Good enough for 2nd place. Kelly Burgard with a time of 138.04. So your leaderboard changing rapidly. Katie Olmstead in 1st, Kelly Burgard in 2nd, Hedvig Spangs in 3rd. But now at the top comes Amanda Driver from the University of British Columbia. Driver is driving down the center part of the course. She'll be followed by Hillary Peterson. Amanda Driver from British Columbia, qualified 10th with a time of 50.54. She was 4th after the first intermediate split. Can she make up the time here in the bottom? University of British Columbia's Amanda Driver now making her way to the final 10 gates. Into the flushes, Driver. Driver now driving for the finish line. And across the stripe comes Amanda Driver with a combined time of 138.90. Good enough for 4th position. Hillary Peterson now on course. She qualified 9th with a time of 50.45. She's at the top of the run. Nikki Holden, these skiers definitely skiing a more clean race here in the second round of this final championship slalom for the ladies.
Absolutely, boss. The second run a lot more straightforward than the first. Certainly a lot more forgiving on folks who are getting late, as we've seen fewer problems, except down here at this bottom flush. A little bit of a cranker right out of the flush has given a couple athletes some problems, but other than that, fairly straightforward and very fast, boss.
Here comes Hillary Peterson. She was number 1 after the intermediate split. Will she be able to hold on as Peterson crosses the line with a combined time of 137.85? That's good enough for 2nd place for Hillary Peterson. So your leaderboard now changing again. Katie Olmstead hanging on to the lead from St. Olaf. Hillary Peterson in 2nd. Kelly Burgard from Boston College in 3rd. Sierra Nevada's Hedvig Spangs in 4th. And Amanda Driver from British Columbia in 5th. Still the fastest 8 to come down. Dropping in, it's Mimi Palavara from Rocky Mountain College. Mimi Palavara having to scrub speed. She got behind there in the middle, Nick. Now she's picked back up and in the flow, letting the hips swing back and forth, left and right, trying to use the edge of the ski. Keeping the body pointed downhill and into the final flush comes Mimi Palavara from Rocky Mountain College. And across the stripe is Palavara with a combined time of 140.31. It puts her in the 8th position. Now Krista Consiglio from Brown University on course. Qualified 7 with a first round time of 49.96. She'll be followed by Colby Sawyer College's Danielle Shannon. Now coming into the halfway section, it is Krista Consiglio from Brown University. Consiglio trying to keep the turns tight. Trying to hold on to as much speed and momentum as possible. Doesn't want to scrape speed. She gets behind but recovers. Consiglio skiing to the best of her ability as she reaches the bottom 3rd. 12 gates to go for Consiglio. Will it be enough? She was 6th after the first intermediate split. She makes the final flush. Now across the stripe is Krista Consiglio. Good enough for 2nd place. 137.05. Her combined time. So the leaderboard changes again. Katie Olmstead holding on from St. Olaf. She's followed by Brown's Krista Consiglio and Hillary Peterson in the 3rd position. But now Danielle Shannon, Colby Sawyer's rocket, comes out of the gate. She's at the top of the course, moving into the middle section. Skiing well is Danielle Shannon from Colby Sawyer College. Shannon now trying to keep the momentum. She wants a national championship. She qualified 6th with a time of 49.36 in the first run. Can she make up enough time to overpass Katie Olmstead? Here comes Danielle Shannon. Colby Sawyer's Danielle Shannon into the final flush. 3 gates to go for Shannon. Shannon now stretches for the finish line, and it's good enough for the lead. Danielle Shannon from Colby Sawyer College, now leading this 2011 USCSA Women's National Slalom Final. Still the fastest to come, 5 left. On course, it's Issa Floden from Rocky Mountain College. She'll be followed by Emma Beatty. Then after Beatty, it's Emma Peck-Coffin. Then Maddie Firk. And then the number 1 qualifier from Brown, it's Kaya Mosenthal. Now in the center of the course, it's Issa Floden from Rocky Mountain College. She is skiing well, trying to maintain the momentum as she reaches the bottom 3rd. 12 gates to go for Floden. Rocky Mountain College's Issa Floden now into the final flush. Here comes Issa Floden. And she makes her way to the finish line, punches the stripe, and Issa Floden moves into 2nd place. Not good enough for the top. Issa Floden now in 2nd. Danielle Shannon from Colby Sawyer still leading the competition. Here come the rocket ships out of the gate. On course, Emma Beatty from the University of British Columbia. She qualified 4th with a time of 48.46. Now she makes her way out of the top 3rd into the center, trying to hold on to the speed. This is for all the marbles, folks. A 2011 USCSA National Championship on the line for the ladies. And it looks like Emma Beatty has problems and skis out. A tough break for Emma Beatty from the University of British Columbia. She had qualified 4th after the first run, and as she entered the bottom 3rd here of the race course on the Greyhawk Trail, she was unable to navigate one of the gates and skis out. That's going to be the end of the day for Emma Beatty. Now on course for Smith College, it's Emma Peck-Coffin. She qualified 3rd, 48.29, the fastest 3 skiers to come. Who wants it the most? It's a national championship on the line. Here comes Emma Peck-Coffin from Smith College. She'll be followed by Sierra Nevada's Maddie Firk. In the middle of the course, it's Emma Peck-Coffin. Emma Peck-Coffin now trying to get the momentum, trying to hold on to the speed. Really moving the legs left and right. You can't get behind. You have to stay ahead of the gates, and Emma Peck-Coffin is. Here she comes into the final 9 gates from Smith College. Emma Peck-Coffin, and she straddles the gate. 4 gates from the bottom, and Emma Peck-Coffin has straddled a gate. It's going to take her off the podium. A tough break for Emma Peck-Coffin as she hikes back up. Real heart shown here by Emma Peck-Coffin. She's going to make the gate and finish this race, but not on a podium.
Emma Peck-Coffin, the individual qualifier from the Eastern Regional, running into problems at the same gate that Lori Tashler did, doing almost the exact same thing, not able to get those skis around and straddling the gate is Emma Peck-Coffin. Very unfortunate after a 3rd best first run.
And across the stripe comes Emma Peck-Coffin finally after hiking to 11:23, puts her in the back of the pack. Tough break for Emma Peck-Coffin. Now the fastest 2 racers left to come. Maddie Firk on course for Sierra Nevada College. She is at the top of this run, and she is skiing, moving at a blistering pace. Here comes Maddie Firk from Sierra Nevada. Now out of the top 3rd into the middle section. Maddie Firk from Sierra Nevada College. She is skiing well, pointing downhill, letting the skis and hips do all the work. Maintaining her momentum. This is a fast run. Here comes Maddie Firk from Sierra Nevada. Maddie Firk into the final 12 gates. She makes the final left-hand turn into the flush. It's Maddie Firk. Will it be enough for first? Here comes Maddie Firk from Sierra Nevada College. Across the stripe, and she takes the lead. Maddie Firk now from Sierra Nevada in first place. 1 skier to go. It's the top qualifier from the first run. Kaya Mosenthal from Brown University qualified with 46.72. It is her race to win or lose. Here comes Kaya Mosenthal from the top. In the top section, it's Kaya Mosenthal. She looks great as she makes the transition into the middle, generating megawatts of power. She is skiing. Oh, and she's down. She is down. Kaya Mosenthal from Brown University has skied out of this course. The #1 qualifier is off the course. It's going to be the end of the day for Kaya Mosenthal, and that is going to make your 2011 USCSA National Champion from Sierra Nevada College. It is Maddie Firk. Maddie Firk is going to win her first national title here from the Greyhawk Trail in the beautiful Warm Springs area of Sun Valley, Idaho. Amazing action and a terrible break for Kaya Mosenthal from Brown University. She had the race in her hands. She had to make a clean run, and she pushed it as hard as she could, skied out halfway through. A terrible break for Kaya Mosenthal.
Very unfortunate, but Maddie Firk, looking on from the bottom, probably extremely nervous about Kaya Mosenthal, but fortunately for Maddie Firk, Kaya runs into a little bit of trouble. Maddie also taking 5th in the GS event on Tuesday. Almost certainly will have the overall combined title too, but we're going to have to check in with the exact stats for that. But congratulations to Maddie Firk, our 2011 national champion in women's slalom.
The day belongs to Maddie Firk. Danielle Shannon finishing in 2nd place. Isa Floden in the 3rd slot. Katie Olmstead in 4th. Rounding out your top 5, it's Krista Consiglio. But today belongs to Maddie Firk from Sierra Nevada College, winning her first national championship here. Congratulations to her. A huge day for the Sierra Nevada racing team, and most importantly, for their superstar, Maddie Firk. Now back to live action here. Amy Harris from the University of Nevada in Reno on course. She'll be followed by Gabby Gould. Still 50 more racers to come here, but the top 30 already through. And unless a miraculous change of events, we will crown Maddie Firk from Sierra Nevada College as the 2011 USCSA Women's Slalom National Champion. Hope you're enjoying today's live coverage of the USCSA National Championships here from Sun Valley, Idaho. Boss Hogg alongside Nikki Holden from the USCSA radio broadcast booth here at the bottom of an exceptionally difficult Greyhawk Trail, the site of all of the Alpine competition here for this year's National Championships. Now across the stripe, it's Amy Harris from the University of Nevada, Reno. With a combined time of 1:45.66, moves her into the top 30. Good enough for 25th. Local hero Gabrielle Gould from the College of Idaho, now on course. Outside of the top 3rd into the middle section. Although she's skiing behind now, she's recovered. Back on course is Gabby Gould from College of Idaho. She'll be followed by Brown University's Andrea Radke.
Well, boss, with the top 30 skiers done, it's all about team results after this. Of course, the top 3 times for each team will count towards the overall score. Right now, we've got University of Nevada in Reno sitting in 5th place. In 4th, St. Olaf's. 3rd place is Sierra Nevada College. In 2nd, we have Rocky Mountain College, and Boston College is currently our leader, but a lot more skiers to come. I can see Colby Sawyer and Brown both moving way up the standings with some good finishers from late in the pack.
Coming across the finish line from the College of Idaho, it's Gabby Gould. Gould finishing in the 26th slot with a combined time of 1:48.99. Now on course from Brown University, Andrea Radke. She'll be followed by Whitman College's Lexi Dreschel. But a big day for Sierra Nevada College's Maddie Firk, winning a national championship here in the ladies slalom event. Now 8 gates to go for Radke. Into the final flush from Brown, it's Andrea Radke, and she's across the stripe in 1:44.23 combined. Good enough for 25th position. You know, Nikki Holden, a top 30 finish at the USCSA Nationals is a respectable finish. These are the best skiers in all of college snow sports.
Absolutely, boss. This is the culmination of the entire season. to just have qualified for this event is an extreme honor in this USCSA 2011 National Championships.
Now on course, coming into the lower third, it's Lexi Dreschel from Whitman College. Al Dressel with 16 gates to go. Moving into the bottom portion. Here comes Lexi Dreschel from Whitman College. She'll be followed by Meredith Pike from the University of Rochester. Into the final flush is Dreschel. Dreschel from Whitman College now stretches, punches the gates, and across the stripe comes Lexi Dreschel with a combined time of 1:46.04, good enough for 27th position. Meredith Pike now on course, coming out of the top third into the center from the University of Rochester. She'll be followed by Clarkson University's Jill Clevenger. Let's go over your top 10 finishers. Katie Cutting from Boston College in the 10th slot. 9th belongs to Amanda Driver from the University of British Columbia. In 8th, Hedvig Spangs from Sierra Nevada College. 7th place is Kelly Burgart from Boston College. In 6th, it's Hillary Peterson. In the 5th spot, Krista Consiglio from Brown University. 4th place to Katie Olmstead from St. Olaf. 3rd is Isa Floden from Rocky Mountain. Danielle Shannon from Colby Sawyer in 2nd. And winning today's national championship from Sierra Nevada College, it's Maddie Ferk. Now back to live action. Across the stripe comes Meredith Pike from the University of Rochester with a combined time of 1:46.23. Good enough for a top 30 finish, number 28 so far. But Jill Clevenger from Clarkson University in the center of the course. Skiing late but trying to recover, and she does. Here comes Jill Clevenger into the bottom third from Clarkson. She'll be followed by Plymouth State University's Marley Pollock. 12 gates to go for Jill Clevenger. A good run here as we are seeing some incredible ladies ski racing this afternoon in Sun Valley, Idaho. Here's Clevenger into the final flush, and she straddles the 4th gate from the bottom. She's going to hike back up and hit it. A tough break for Jill Clevenger. She had a good run through the center section as she made the transition into the final 8 gates. Nikki Holton, it's a hard left-hand turn. Once they come off that head wall into the final 8 gates, she was able to negotiate it, but it seems like the speed gets real tricky right then, and they then throw into the flush. She was unable to come out of the flush and hit the next gate.
It's also difficult to see coming down the hill. These racers headed down this fall line, and then all of a sudden, right before the flush, the course just turns 45 degrees, and now they're facing a different way. Maybe they didn't see exactly what was coming out of the end of that flush.
Now into the final gates. Here comes Marley Pollock from Plymouth State University. Crosses the stripe with a great time of 1:43.37. More importantly, for Marley Pollock, 7th fastest on the second run, and that'll put her into the 23rd position. So a good day for Plymouth State's Marley Pollock. Now it's University of Minnesota Duluth's Amanda Peterson. She's on course through the first third. Now into the center technical section comes Peterson. Next up is Rocky Mountain College's Megan Thies. She awaits her second run from the start shack. Meanwhile, Amanda Peterson having some difficulty coming out of the center section into the lower third, but she survives. Now 12 gates to go for Peterson from the University of Minnesota Duluth. The hard left turn. Into the flush comes Peterson. 5 gates to go for Peterson. Can she hold on? She's way behind. She's still in it and crosses the finish line successfully. Amanda Peterson from the University of Minnesota Duluth. She completes her second run. A combined time of 1:48.98 puts her in 30th spot. Now dropping out of the start gate, it's Megan Thies from Rocky Mountain. Megan Thies on course. She'll be followed by her teammate, Brittany Anderson, also from Rocky Mountain College. Thies now past the halfway mark into the lower third. Brittany Anderson waiting to drop in for run number 2. And into the lower third, here comes Megan Thies from Rocky Mountain College. 12 gates to go for Thies. Now she makes the hard left turn into the final flush. Here comes Megan Thies from Rocky Mountain College. And she punches the line. Across the finish stripe is Megan Thies with a combined time of 1:50.98. Good enough for 32nd spot. Brittany Anderson from Rocky Mountain now on course. Coming out of the top section into the center. She'll be followed by Ashby Suffman from Cornell University. Brittany Anderson qualifying 40th after the first run with a time of 56.84. Now moves into the halfway section. She's skiing well. Here comes Brittany Anderson. Top 5 on the podium still. Krista Consiglio from Brown in 5th. St. Olaf's Katie Olfstead in 4th. Rocky Mountain College's Isa Floden in 3rd place. Danielle Shannon from Colby Sawyer in 2nd. And Maddie Firk from Sierra Nevada College winning today. Now in the final gates and across the stripe comes Brittany Anderson from Rocky Mountain College with a combined time of 1:52.10. That's good enough for 34th place. Here comes Cornell University's Ashby Suffman now. She'll be followed by UMass Amherst's Amy Gifford. Here we go. Now it's Ashby Suffman from Cornell University coming out of the top 3rd into the halfway spot on an extremely difficult and challenging Greyhawk Trail. Glad you are with us on www.uscsa.com, all part of the USCSA Radio Network's live coverage of the 2011 National Championships, here live from Sun Valley, Idaho. Boss Hogg alongside Nikki Holden, bringing you all the action from the broadcast booth. Here we go, the last 4 gates. It is Ashby Suffman from Cornell University, and across the stripe is Suffman, and she has a great run. Suffman now with a combined time of 1:50.15, good enough for 32nd spot. Amy Gifford now from the University of Massachusetts at Amherst. She is on course, waiting to drop in for her 2nd run from Clarkson University. It's Emily Garand. But Maddie Firk from Sierra Nevada College, she has got it all together here as she will win her first national championship in Sun Valley, Idaho.
Boss, with the top half of the finishers already through the finish line, it looks like our team standings are almost locked in the top 5. In 5th, we've got Whitman College. In 4th, the University of Nevada at Reno. In 3rd, Rocky Mountain College. Boston College is in 2nd place. And leading the pack is Sierra Nevada College in 1st place. Disappointing performance by Colby Sawyer today. They had some great finishes there. They took 2nd and 31st place, but unfortunately a lot of hiking today was the name of Colby Sawyer's day, as we saw multiple Colby Sawyer skiers hiking for minutes at a time, boss.
UMass Amherst's Amy Gifford has crossed the finish line. A good run for Gifford. 15th fastest on the 2nd run with a time of 48.51. That gives her a combined time of 1:45.93, and that's good enough for a top 30 position. Number 28 so far for Amy Gifford from the University of Massachusetts in Amherst. Now at the bottom of the course with 5 gates to go for Clarkson's Emily Garand. Now Garand. And it looks like, did Graham ski out there on the last gate? She didn't make the last gate.
She actually had some problems coming right out of the flush, where we've seen a lot of athletes run into some trouble, and she ended up skiing out of the course.
So a tough break for her. Meanwhile, Penn State University's Alexandra Klebe now on course. Coming out of the top section into the middle, she'll be followed by Clarkson's Sarah Schaefer. Alexandra Klebe from Penn State University. The Nittany Lion qualifying 44th after the first run with a time of 59.25. And she's had some trouble as she made the transition out of the center into the lower 3rd. She is hiking for the gate. The question is, will she make the gate?
Looks like she had a little chat with the gatekeepers there. A little bit of confusion exactly where to hike to. Sometimes it's difficult to communicate to the athletes exactly what you want them to do on the course when you are the gatekeeper, but it looks like she's back on course after running into some trouble right after that hairpin.
Now into the final 6 gates. Here comes Alexandra Klebe from Penn State University, and across the stripe is Klebe with a time of 2:12.55. So a tough break for Alexandra Klebe as she had to hike. It cost her all of the time, but still a successful national championship for the Penn State Nittany Lion. Now on course, Clarkson University's Sarah Schaefer. She'll be followed by the University of Wisconsin in Lafayette's Kirsten Norby. Kirsten Norby. She waits atop this Greyhawk Trail. 187 meters of vertical drop. Extremely challenging. We've seen 2 days of giant slalom action here on the same trail. An amazing course. But today it is slalom action for the ladies, and it has been quite a struggle for many of them. Now into the final 12 gates comes Sarah Schaefer from Clarkson University. She successfully navigates the flush, trying to hold on, and across the stripe comes Sarah Schaefer in a time of 1:52.99. Now on course from the University of Wisconsin Lafayette, it's Kirsten Norby. Norby coming now out of the top section into the middle. Fantastic ladies ski racing action here today in Sun Valley, Idaho. All part of the 2011 USCSA National Championships.
Boss, something to look forward to later on. Nikki Holden's big athlete pick of the day was Martina Ryberg earlier, but she did some hiking and she ended up with a pretty rough first run time. She was our GS champion this year and our slalom champion last year, so I can imagine if she can pull together a good second run time, it could be one of the top second run times.
Into the final 6 gates comes Kirsten Norby from the University of Wisconsin in Lafayette. And across the stripe, it's Norby with a combined time of 1:57 flat. Good enough for 38th position here in this ladies championship final. Now on course, it's Kelsey Nilsson from the University of British Columbia. She qualified 47th after the first run. She'll be followed by Kaylin Ford from James Madison University. But the day belongs to Maddie Firk from Sierra Nevada College, winning her first national championship on what has to be one of the most difficult ladies slalom courses ever run here for the USCSA Nationals. Now into the final 3 gates comes Kelsey Nilsson from University of British Columbia. Across the stripe is Nilsson in a time of 1:51.48, good enough for 35th position. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, today's broadcast brought to you by Patagonia. You can find them at www.patagonia.com. Also by Reliable Racing, Hurricane Racing, and Twitchell Sportswear. All proud supporters of the USCSA. Boss Hogg and Nikki Holden from the USCSA Broadcast Center here at the base in the Warm Springs area of beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho, as the sun is shining brightly here on the Greyhawk Trail. As Kaylin Ford from James Madison University makes her way into the final third. 12 gates to go for Ford. She'll be followed by Jessie Evans from Cornell University. And 4 gates to go for Ford. Kaylin Ford from James Madison across the stripe with a combined time of 1:57.77. A good run for Kaylin Ford. Now University of Minnesota Duluth, Chelsea Williams on course. She'll be followed by Jessie Evans from Cornell, awaiting her second run in the top start shack. Meanwhile, out of the top third into the middle section is Chelsea Williams from the University of Minnesota Duluth. Certainly this Greyhawk Trail and the entire mountain known as Sun Valley here in central Idaho has to be quite intimidating for our Midwest competitors. This place is huge, enormous, steep and fast. As we see Chelsea Williams from the University of Minnesota Duluth through the final flush, and across the stripe comes Williams with a combined time of 1:56.86. Now it's Cornell University's Jessie Evans on course. She'll be followed by Katie Todaro from UMass Amherst. Jessie Evans now past the halfway mark. Moving into the lower third comes Evans. Katie Todaro waiting to drop in. We'll also see Allison Howe, Paige Doolin, Wendy Kalkas, Kayla Weiserek, Catherine Roosh, and Caitlin Skufka, all to come. And into the final 12 gates comes Jessie Evans from Cornell University. Katie Todaro from UMass Amherst now on course, while Jessie Evans from Cornell now crosses the stripe in a combined time of 1:56.26. Good enough for 39th position for Jessie Evans from Cornell University. UMass Amherst, Katie Todaro now on course. She'll be followed by the University of Washington's Allison Howe. Now past the halfway mark is Katie Todaro. If the first run wasn't enough, the second run will certainly take it out of you as their legs become nuclear as they get here to the bottom. Nikki Holden, as a ski racer yourself, you can certainly understand the lactic acid reality that many of these competitors face as they get into the final 12 gates of this Greyhawk course.
Absolutely, boss. This Nationals course a little bit shorter than we expected, with the best times pretty low. We're talking 40-second range, and but certainly very technical, challenging these skiers, especially that first run where we saw so many DNFs and so much hiking.
Across the stripe is Katie Todaro from the University of Massachusetts at Amherst. Combined time of 156.67, good enough for 40th position. Meanwhile, Allison Howe from the University of Washington. She enters the lower third. We're waiting on Paige Doolin from Northern Michigan University. She is in the start shack awaiting her second run. Tremendous ladies finals here, part of the 2011 USCSA National Championships. Glad you're joining us. A big crowd here in the finish corral to cheer these ladies on as Allison Howe from the University of Washington crosses the stripe in 154.17, good enough for 39th place. Now on course, it's Paige Doolin from Northern Michigan University. She's at the top. She'll be followed by Stanford's Wendy Kalkis. Let's run over your top 10. In 10th, Katie Cutting from Boston College. 9th belongs to Amanda Driver from the University of British Columbia. Sierra Nevada's Hedvig Spangs in the 8th slot. Kelly Burgard from Boston College in 7th. 6th belongs to Hillary Peterson. In 5th place, it's Brown University's Krista Consiglio. In 4th, Katie Olfstead from St. Olaf College. In the 3rd slot, Issa Floden from Rocky Mountain College. Danielle Shannon from Colby Sawyer in 2nd. And your winner today from Sierra Nevada College, Maddie Firk. Now here at the finish line, it's Paige Doolin from Northern Michigan University. And after an incredibly good run, clean all the way down, 2 gates from the bottom, is too much for Paige Doolin. And that'll end her day. Tough break for Paige Doolin from Northern Michigan. Now on course past the halfway mark, it's Wendy Kalkis from Stanford. She'll be followed by University of Minnesota Duluth's Kayla Weiserek. But now it's Wendy Kalkis. She qualified 53rd after the first run.
Austin, interesting phenomena over in the team standings. We saw Rocky Mountain College placed fourth in giant slalom on Tuesday. If the standings stay where they are right now, they'll have placed 3rd today, while Sierra Nevada was 6th in giant slalom and will place 1st today. That would give them both 7 combined race points. We'll have to go to a tiebreaker to see who will win the overall championship.
We will talk about what the qualifications of that tiebreaker are momentarily. Meanwhile, across the stripe from Stanford University, it's Wendy Kalkis with a combined time of 158 flat, good enough for 45th position. Now coming into the lower third is Kayla Weiserek from the University of Minnesota Duluth. She'll be followed by her teammate, Catherine Roosh. But first, it's Kayla Weiserek. Now Weiserek, 13 gates to go for Weiserek. Trying to stay focused and strong. Into the final gates and flush comes Kayla Weiserek from the University of Minnesota Duluth. And she punches across the finish stripe in a time of 157.29. Good enough for 44th position for Kayla Weiserek from the University of Minnesota Duluth. Now a course hold while our course workers go and smooth out some of the ruts that have developed in the top part of the course. And just like that, back to live action as Catherine Roosh now has dropped in from the top from the University of Minnesota Duluth. Let's go over slots 11 through 20. In 20th position, Allison Hubbard from UMass Amherst. Nicole Saltzman tied for 18th with Alexandra Gurris. Saltzman from Syracuse, Gurris from Rocky Mountain College. In 17th position, Jazz Campbell from Whitman College. Northern Michigan University's Brittany Barber in 16th. Emma Abramson from Sierra Nevada College in 15th. It's University of Nevada, Reno's Nicole Polshuk in 14th place. Erica Horst, her teammate, in 13th. In the 12th slot, Mimi Palavara from Rocky Mountain. In the 11th slot, Hillary Weber from Boston College. And now coming across the finish line, it's Catherine Roosh from the University of Minnesota Duluth with a combined time of 158.86, good enough for 47th position. Now on course from the College of Idaho, local favorite, Caitlin Skufka. She qualified 57th after the first run. She'll be followed by Rebecca Smith from Cornell University. Still 22 racers to come here in the second round of this ladies' national championship final. Now it's Caitlin Skufka from the College of Idaho. She makes her way into the lower third. Here comes Skufka. Caitlin Skufka now into the last group of gates. And the final flush. Here comes Caitlin Skufka from the College of Idaho. And she punches her way across the finish stripe. Caitlin Skufka with a combined time of 1:59.63. That puts her in 48th position. Now on course from Cornell University, it's Rebecca Smith. Smith qualifying 58th after the first round. Let's see if she can make up some time. She's skiing well in the center of the course now. Really letting the hips go back and forth, but she got late. All it takes, Nikki Holden, is one late gate, and you got to scrub half the speed.
Indeed, boss. Fortunately, there's a little bit of room for error in this course as the gates do get straighter down towards the bottom, but then get into that flush, and you've got to be back on top of your game again, as we just saw that athlete miss the end of the flush coming out. That red gate right after the flush, giving so many people trouble today.
A tough break for Rebecca Smith from Cornell University, but she's got heart. She's going to hike back and make the gate and finish this 2011 Ladies Slalom National Championship final. Hope you're enjoying our live broadcast coverage at www.uscsa.com. We'll be back here tomorrow morning for the men's slalom. Tune in right at 9:15 a.m. Mountain Time. That's 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time, as we'll bring you the first run of the men's slalom right here from the Greyhawk run in Sun Valley, Idaho. Tessa Herman from Sierra Nevada College now on course, qualified 59th. She's making her way into the lower third. Skiing well. Here comes Tessa Herman from Sierra Nevada. Remember, Nikki, a lot of great skiers still left to come down as a result of having difficulty in the first run. A lot of hikers, so we're going to see fast skiing throughout this entire competition this afternoon.
Indeed, boss. Just about, I'd say, 10 or more skiers before we're going to start seeing those people who are doing really well until they ran into some trouble and ended up hiking. So some more fast skiers to come.
Tessa Herman from Sierra Nevada College across the stripe in a combined time of 2:13.11. It's good enough for 51st place. Sierra Olson now on course from Northern Michigan University. She'll be followed by her teammate, Ellen Holmes, who awaits her second run from the start shack. Now past the halfway stripe into the lower third comes Sierra Olson. Northern Michigan University, Sierra Olson. With 13 gates to go. Here comes Olson. Olson now with the hard left turn into the flush. And Olson navigates the flush. She's a little behind, but she's going to make it, and across the stripe successfully comes Sierra Olson from Northern Michigan. The combined time of 2:00.20. That's 49th spot for Sierra Olson. Now on course, it's Ellen Holmes from Northern Michigan, her teammate. And waiting at the top for her second run of this 2011 USCSA National Championship, Cornell University's Liza Dingle. Now Ellen Holmes from Northern Michigan coming through the halfway section. Meanwhile, we await Liza Dingle. Liza Dingle from the famous Dingle-Cam family. She'll start her second run momentarily, but now it's Ellen Holmes from Northern Michigan. 12 gates to go for Holmes. She qualified 61st after the first run. Now she's in the flush. 5 gates to go for Holmes. Can she hold on? Yes. She's going to make it, and across the stripe is Ellen Holmes with a combined time of 2:03.56. Now on course, wearing bib number 111 from Cornell University, it's Liza Dingle. Growing up in skiing in Carabasset Valley, Maine, it's Sugarloaf, USA. Then off to Milton in Massachusetts. Now a freshman at Cornell University. It's Liza Dingle. Dingle skiing well through the top third into the bottom now. Comes Liza Dingle. Dingle trying to stay on course. Had to scrape some speed right there. Now she's pulling to get the momentum back. Here comes Liza Dingle. 15 gates to go for Dingle. She's still up and clean. It's Liza Dingle from Cornell University. Now making that hard left-hand turn into the final flush is Dingle. Dingle now into the flush. She has to stay strong and focused. 4 gates to go for Dingle. And now across the stripe, it's Liza Dingle from Cornell University with a combined time of 2:05.32. Puts her into the 51st position. Now from Syracuse University on course, bib number 90, Amy Menapace. Menapace qualifying at 64th in the first run. She'll be followed by Kelly Peters from Northern Michigan University. And after Peters, we'll see Erica Riley, Anna Hosmer, Megan McLeod, Alexandra Boyd, Megan Davis, Katarina Kissel, Sophia House, Martina Ryberg, Carolyn Honer, Maddie McCartney, Callie St. Laurent, Carolina Matson, and Delia Rigi. Meanwhile, 4 gates to go for Amy Minipace. Now from Syracuse. Across the stripe is Minipace in a combined time of 2:04.04. Good enough for 51. Now from Northern Michigan University, it's Kelly Peters, wearing bib 106, qualified 65th in the first round. She'll be followed by Boston College's Erica Riley. But a big day here for Sierra Nevada College's Maddie Firk, winning her first national championship. Of course, Firk finished second after the first run, behind Brown University's Kaya Mosenthal, who looked like she might have this national championship in the bag. But that's why we race down the course. You never know what's going to happen, especially on a course as demanding as this one on the Greyhawk Trail in Sun Valley, Idaho. And it looks like Kelly Peters from Northern Michigan University has skied out of the course, and that'll be the end of the day for Peters. Now Boston College's Erica Riley.
Boss, with the sun going away, that course certainly getting a lot more slippy to assume. We witnessed it firsthand as we were checking out the snow conditions, and I was sliding all around.
It is definitely wet and slippery out there. That's what good race tuning does on these skis. Certainly these ladies know exactly how to prepare their equipment to deal with any snow condition that might be thrown at them. Certainly here in Sun Valley this week, they have seen all kinds of conditions. But a very fast track here on the Greyhawk Run as Erica Riley from Boston College makes her way into the lower third in the final 13 gates. Anna Hosmer from Colby Sawyer College is next. Now into the final flush. It's Erica Riley from Boston College. 3 gates to go for Riley. And she crosses the stripe in a combined time of 1:56.19. Good enough for 40th overall. And a fast second run. 27th fastest for Erica Riley. So a good recovery for Riley. Meanwhile, Colby Sawyer College's Anna Hosmer now, wearing bib number 87. Coming out of the top third into the middle section is Anna Hosmer.
She must have run into some trouble in the first run, boss, because she's looking really fast up through this top section of the course.
Well, as we said, Nick, we expected to see some fast second runs here from skiers who just had an unfortunate first run but are high-quality skiers. Certainly Anna Hosmer from Colby Sawyer College fitting that description as she makes her way into the final flush and gates. Here comes Anna Hosmer. Hosmer now punching across the line. 23rd fastest on the second run. A total combined time of 1:55.77. Good enough for 40th spot for Colby Sawyer College's Anna Hosmer. Now from the University of British Columbia, Megan McLeod, wearing bib 52, 68th fastest after the first. She's past the halfway mark. Here comes Megan McLeod. She'll be followed by Boston College's Alexandra Boyd. Meanwhile, with 20 gates to go, it's Megan McLeod from British Columbia. Alexandra Boyd in the start shack awaiting her second run.
Megan McLeod really throwing down an aggressive run. Boss, while it's very unfortunate to have to hike in the first run, it means that second run, you can really just let it all hang out. There's no pressure. You're not going to win the race, but you can certainly throw down a great second run time with no pressure.
Now across the stripe from British Columbia, it's Megan McLeod with a combined time of 2:03.55. Puts her in the 52nd position. And now coming off the top third into the center section, almost skiing out but recovering, is Alexandra Boyd from Boston College. A good recovery halfway down this Greyhawk Trail. Now she's back into her momentum. Good flow for Alexandra Boyd. Left and right with the hips, keeping the body pointed straight downhill. Trying to stay focused as she makes her way through the final, and she straddles a gate. She just carried too much speed as she made the left turn. And that'll be the end of the day for Alexandra Boyd. A tough break as she had a good run going here in the second of 2 from the Greyhawk Trail in the Warm Springs base area of Sun Valley, Idaho. Boss Hogg alongside Nikki Holden bringing you the action today. We'll be back again tomorrow for men's slalom coverage. 2 runs of exciting ski racing right here at the USCSA Radio Network. Hope you'll join us at www.uscsa.com. Our broadcast tomorrow morning beginning at 9:15 a.m. Mountain Time, 11:15 Eastern Time. Now on course from Penn State University, the Nittany Lion, Megan Davis. Qualified 70th after the first run. Now she is moving her way into the center part of this course. She'll be followed by her teammate, Katarina Kissel. We also have Sophia House coming down. Martina Ryberg, the GS national champion from 2 days ago. Having a tough run here in the first run. It'll be interesting to see her second run time. Also Shannon Bloom, Carolyn Honer, Maddie McCartney, Kali St. Laurent, Carolina Matson, Casey Noble, and Delia Rigi left to come. But now it's Megan Davis from Penn State University across the finish line with a combined time of 2:12.29. On course, her teammate, Katarina Kissel. She'll be followed by Sophia House from the University of Massachusetts Amherst. And now moving into the center portion of the course is Katarina Kissel from Penn State University. This is a big day for the lady competitors here in Sun Valley, Idaho, as today marks the end of their national championship alpine competition. After a long season, Nikki Holden, it must be quite a relief to finally be done and have the spring and summer to look forward to.
Certainly bittersweet, boss. I mean, the season is very long, and those ski weekends that these competitors have gone through, so many of, are so tough on the body, physically, emotionally. But we can see that's a happy bib number 79, Karina Kissel of Penn State. Happy to be done with that course.
Katarina Kissel puts her arms in the air and celebrates her own personal victory here at the 2011 USCSA Ladies National Champion Slalom Finals. Congratulations to Katarina Kissel, the Penn State University Nittany Lion. Now on course, UMass Amherst, Sophia House, skiing for the Zoo into the final 8 gates in the flush. Here comes Sophia House. House from UMass Amherst pulls her way across the stripe. And UMass Amherst Sophia House finishing in a combined time of 2:04.71. That's good enough for 55th slot. Now the ladies giant slalom champion from 2 days ago from Plymouth State University. Wearing bib number 9, it's Martina Ryberg. Her first intermediate split, 21:03, fast enough for 3rd here in the second run. Will she be able to have the fastest second run? It's definitely just a moral victory for her. After a tough time in the first run, here comes Martina Ryberg.
Oh.
And Ryberg misses the second to the last gate. And again, a tough day for Martina Ryberg. So unable to double up on the national championships is Plymouth State's Martina Ryberg. She skis out and will be a DNF here in the slalom event, and she had some serious speed coming through the bottom portion of this Greyhawk Trail.
She was letting them fly, a very aggressive run. But boss, again, it's no pressure. She wasn't going to win the race, and she threw down what looked like a very fast run. So, you know, a rough day, but again, she already has the 2011 Giant Slalom Championship and the 2010 Slalom National Championship. So she might need to buy a bigger trophy case before she can win another one of these USCSA events.
Congratulations to Martina Ryberg, our 2011 USCSA national champion in the giant slalom. And look at the speed here from Shannon Bloom from UMass Amherst. And Shannon Bloom unable to navigate the last gate. She had serious speed as she came down the lower third here of the Greyhawk Trail and skied out with 2 gates to go. So a tough break.
Boss, that one took her right glove right off of her hand. That's the kind of speed she was carrying through the bottom section of this course, and unfortunately is unable to make it around that gate.
You know, Nick, as serious as the competition is here for the ladies, and certainly national championships are nothing to shake a stick at, and it is a serious race here for all of the competitors, but it's great to see these young ladies having such a fantastic time out here in Sun Valley, Idaho.
certainly been a blast for us, boss. I know, just watching these competitors having a great time. The camaraderie is great. We noticed that especially down at the Nordic Hill, where all the competitors would shake each other's hands and laugh and all that stuff right after the end of any race, you know, no matter what the results were.
Now on course from James Madison University, wearing bib number 55. It is Carolyn Honer. She qualified 75th after the first run. Now Honer making her way into the lower third. She'll be followed by Maddie McCartney from Stanford University. Nice to see the Northern California schools represented here at the USCSA National Championships. Let's quickly go over your top 5 from the women's slalom race here from the Greyhawk Trail today. Finishing at 5th from Brown University, it's Krista Consiglio. In 4th, St. Olaf's Katie Olvstead. Issa Floden from Rocky Mountain Colleges finishes in 3rd. In the 2nd spot, Danielle Shannon from Colby Sawyer College. And winning today's 2011 USCSA Ladies Slalom National Championship from Sierra Nevada College, it's Maddie Firk. Now on course from Stanford, Maddie McCartney. Looked like Carolyn Honer from James Madison University missed a gate and skied out of the course. So she will be a DNF here in the second run of 2. Maddie McCartney now on from Stanford, qualified 76th, wearing bib 44. She'll be followed by Callie St. Laurent from Plymouth State University, who currently awaits her second run from the start shack.
Callie St. Laurent, of course, with the reliable racing wipeout of the day earlier here at the base of the hill. She was coming down the hill, straddled a gate, and then flipped over and straddled another gate with her entire back. Boss, it was a huge wipeout, and it was all caught on cam on Ustream.tv. If you're not tuned into the live stream, you're missing out.
Yes, indeed. You can see at least the final 20 gates here on our video coverage. First time we've had video action. Hope you're enjoying it. Tuning in to our broadcast coverage at www.uscsa.com. Now crossing the finish line, it is Maddie McCartney from Stanford University. Her combined time of 2:46.22. Wearing bib 102 from Plymouth State is Callie St. Laurent. Let's see if she can give us some more fireworks here in the second run. She'll be followed by Lehigh University's Carolina Matson. But now it's Callie St. Laurent. St. Laurent into the final 13 gates. And she's skiing well. Callie St. Laurent now making the final left turn into the final flush. Here comes Callie St. Laurent. And across the stripe for Plymouth State University is Callie St. Laurent with a combined time of 2:23.98. But a good second run for St. Laurent, 52.72. Good enough for 35th fastest on the second trip down here this afternoon. Casey Noble from Lehigh University is waiting to come down. Carolina Matson from Lehigh now on course. Casey Noble. She'll be followed by her teammate from Lehigh, Adelia Rigi, our final racer here in the second run of the ladies slalom. Carolina Matson from Lehigh University, now on course into the final 12 gates. Bib number 20 is Carolina Matson, and now Matson into the final flush. Here comes Carolina Matson, letting it all hang out and across the stripe is Carolina Matson from Lehigh University. With a combined time of 2:42.89, good enough for 66th position. Now her teammate on course. Bib 75 belongs to Casey Noble from Lehigh. Now Noble at the top of the track. Noble taking it as quickly as she can, but very cautious here as the sun goes behind the clouds. Flat light and slippery conditions down this Greyhawk Trail. Our final racer, Delia Rigi now from Lehigh up in the start shack awaiting her second run. Back to live action, it's Lehigh's Casey Noble. A big day though for Maddie Firk from Sierra Nevada College. And Sierra Nevada College also now leading the ladies team results here for the slalom. And you can certainly thank Maddie Firk for a big contribution in that, as Firk wins her first national championship here in Sun Valley. Danielle Shannon from Colby Sawyer in second. Issa Floden from Rocky Mountain in third. St. Olaf's Katie Olfstead in fourth. And rounding out your top five from Brown University, it's Katie Consiglio. Now back to live action, crossing the stripe from Lehigh University, it's Casey Noble. Now entering the course from the top out of the start shack is the final racer from Lehigh University, Delia Rigi. Delia Rigi now on course. A great afternoon of ski racing here from Sun Valley, Idaho. Of course, mountains all over this beautiful valley. We are in the Warm Springs base area. There's the River Run base area as well, but it takes about 15 minutes to drive around the group of mountains to get there, although I think you can ski directly to it from the top of Baldy. Amazing how this mountain winds and weaves through thousands of acres of skiable terrain, a tremendous facility. If you've not had an opportunity to come and visit Sun Valley, Idaho, we certainly encourage you to do so. This place is tremendous.
Boss, don't forget about the quaint village of Ketchum, just minutes from Sun Valley Village.
And now across the stripe from Lehigh University, it's Delia Rigi, throwing her arms in the air and celebrating her 2011 USCSA National Championships. And that's going to do it for all of our racers as we have successfully completed the ladies alpine competition here in Sun Valley in the 2011 USCSA Nationals. Let's go over your top 10 finishers once again from Boston College. In 10th place, it's Katie Cutting. Amanda Driver from the University of British Columbia in 9th. Hedvig Spangs from Sierra Nevada in 8th. Kelly Burgard in 7th from Boston College. And I just lost my timing system, but now I'm back. In 6th place, Hillary Peterson. In 5th place, it's Brown University's. Check that. Check that. I'm waiting for the screen to reload, ladies and gentlemen. I'll have it for you momentarily.
Well, boss, while you're waiting on that, I'll give you your top 5 teams for today. Whitman College in 5th, University of Nevada at Reno. Excuse me, that's Nevada. I was corrected yesterday. In 3rd, we saw Rocky Mountain College. 2nd was Boston College, and your team champions in the ladies slalom today was Sierra Nevada College.
While my broadcast partner, Nikki Holden, pulls up the live timing results so I can get you the last 6 names I wanted to tell you, I'll do my best to fill in here. A wonderful afternoon of ski racing here from Sun Valley, Idaho. Now let's give you the final 6 finishers here in 6th place. It is Hillary Peterson. In 5th, Brown University's Christy Consiglio. St. Olaf's Katie Olfstead in 4th. Issa Floden from Rocky Mountain Colleges makes the podium in 3rd. 2nd spot belongs to Danielle Shannon from Colby Sawyer College. And your 2011 USCSA National Champion in the ladies slalom, it belongs to Sierra Nevada College's Maddie Firk. So congratulations to Maddie Firk and the Sierra Nevada College team, not only winning a national individual championship, but also a team championship for the ladies slalom team event. A great afternoon of ski racing here in Sun Valley. Nikki Holden, it was much fun to be with you. We saw some incredible action on the first run, certainly an easier track here in the second of 2 runs, but together an absolutely fantastic ladies final here in the Slalom Alpine division.
Pleasure was all mine, boss. Congratulations to all of our female Alpine competitors. This was their last competition today, especially to those seniors who had their final collegiate ski race today. Congratulations and best of luck in your future endeavors.
I'd also like to thank our sponsors of today's broadcast. It's been brought to you by Patagonia. Their mission, build the best product, cause no unnecessary harm, and use business to inspire and implement solutions to the environmental crisis. Check them out at www.patagonia.com. And by Reliable Racing. Whether it's winter sports, hill and event supply, sports timing, or field and recreation, Reliable Racing is your one-stop solution. Reliable Racing, proud supporter of the USCSA. Today's USCSA broadcast coverage also brought to you by Hurricane Racing, the official uniform supplier of the USCSA and your #1 source for custom team ski wear. Visit them today at www.hurricaneracing.com. And by Twitchell Sportswear. Whether it's t-shirts for the family reunion, merchandise for a major event, or polos for a corporate gathering, Twitchell Sportswear has you covered from design to delivery. Since 1992, it's Twitchell Sportswear, the leader in custom embroidery, screen printing, and graphic design. That's going to do it here from the Greyhawk Trail in the USCSA Broadcast Center in the Warm Springs base area of beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho. On behalf of all of the competitors, coaches, colleges, all of the course workers, and all of the folks at the USCSA, and on behalf of Nikki Holden, this is Boss Hogg saying so long, everybody.